Hi folks, Matt the Cruz from domainwebstudio.com, networkempire.com, and today I'd like to present to you the new version of DWS4. Okay, this new version is faster, super simple to use, and contains many more features that give you absolute control of every single website you build from start to finish. What we've focused on in this version is enhanced productivity. When we say enhanced productivity, everything we've done has been designed to make your work simpler, easier, but use leverage to execute tasks in a much faster process than before. So as you go through the three phases of DWS, where you design your website, you write your content for a site, and then finally you promote and drive traffic back to your website you just built, the whole process is super easy to use on a stackable, repeatable process. So stage one, where we design a website using silo architecture, WSA. This is where we design, we organize, and we target the most profitable keywords in our market segment that we're targeting that meet our business rules. What do I mean by this? Well, essentially the way DWS works is we do our keyword research, but we also go and we add our business rules to DWS. And when we import our keywords into the grid, what it does, it actually ranks, filters, and sorts every single keyword based on 17 rules that it's got to see which keywords are the best keywords for us to target. Now with DWS, you can use it on new websites, for new ideas. You can use it on old sites or existing websites. You can use it to add on new sections to sites, and for example, if you've got a client, you can actually map out their current site that's live by mirroring their site design, the site structure, but for taking all the keywords they're targeting and actually linking it up how they've got it mapped out. And then you can do a bit of keyword research and import the keywords into DWS, and within minutes you'll very quickly see where they've got things mapped out wrong in DWS, as well as where they've got missed opportunities, where there's keywords that are tangent to their market or actually very specifically in their market that they may not have thought of, that are actually very profitable, and they should have it in their promotional plan or their blueprint. With this in mind, what this now does is it gives you opportunity to really speak to your client about their business, and it helps you seal those deals. Now remember, Network Empire is a stackable process that is integrated directly into DWS, thus giving you all the tools you need. In essence, it's a business in a box, because with these tools you can sell, you can create, and you can deliver websites that will get ranked very quickly. They'll get ranked with fewer inbound links, they'll be evergreen, and they'll be Google proof. On top of that, it also manages all your technical design challenges, it manages your team, it manages all your content and all your promotions for your website. So let's speak about team collaboration. Team collaboration is managed all the way through DWS. Okay? At every key point of Network Empire stackable process, you'll be able to assign tasks to your team, send them instructions, and if you're doing it all by yourself, example, me, myself, and I, you can use the system to manage your daily work schedule. Remember, DWS is all about teamwork and co-authoring, which will get you to your objective faster. Enrich your content, delivery, and presentation and context. The questions are the answers. In DWS Network Empire, because we're using a stackable process, we've got the tool DWS to support the stackable process, and on top of this other process we have the training in networkempire.com, and we're going into a lot of detail training our members on how to write content that converts, and it's called the PAM method, the Pain Article Method. And what this does is it focuses on what the questions are, what are the questions behind the questions, and what the should ask questions are that your potential clients are asking. And we teach you how to write content using the DWS system and the PAM method to write highly converting content that is relevant and engaging with the audience we're targeting. Remember, it's not just about the technical design of the website silo architecture, but it's also strengthening your message, your business DNA. DNA meaning made up of. So throughout the whole stackable process, DWS is a DNA based system where every step that we're going, we're actually building up a stackable system that is our website with all the core components that make it into a solid working sales machine. The new stackable SEO project management process is outlined as below. Now this is a top level overview, okay? And what we got here basically is a screen that covers all our empires, so we've got quick access to any project that we're working on, which is sortable by empires, which then leads us into our silo framework. And within the stackable process, we can move freely between any of the steps as we're going along. So we can either go linearly through it, so the silo framework to the team management, to writing content, to publishing the website, to promoting the website with the 8-step process, or we can actually go map out the framework, create a promotional blueprint for our client, and then we can create a promotional website plan for the client, and we can sell them to him. This is why I say DWS merges and morphs with whatever your business requirements are. You can use it to do any kind of task that you need to do. It is not rigid in any way whatsoever. You see, with DWS you have a complete process to manage the largest projects all in one application. So from conception to completion, you are able to give your client the data they need when they ask the questions that is easy for them to understand. So imagine being able to deliver information within minutes that usually would have taken you hours to figure out. Imagine presenting a promotional plan in seconds to your client, where before you'd be scratching your head thinking, what should I actually say to him? The power of DWS is this: because it's a stackable process, every piece of information you add into the system gets carried all the way through from the bottom all the way through the top, which is the end point, the end goal, the end result. And this information is used to maximize your reach, maximize your rankings, and to maximize your profit. Too much information? Remember, you got an organized, stackable, repeatable process. And you can divide and conquer your market by organizing your website's battle plan with DWS. Because it's a stackable process, you're basically given what you need at the exact point in the process. So everything is in bite-sized chunks, everything is tangible, and everything is understandable. Delivering your message, promotion. Imagine building your own delivery broadcasting system. I'll repeat that. With DWS, you can basically build your own online broadcasting system. Show and tell everybody about your brand, your product, or your service. You can share your message in real time with anyone who has a browser, whether it's mobile or computer based. You'll never have to say, what do I do next? Again. You see, DWS gives you and your team all the tools that you need to complete the syndication and the promotion process in all media types. It even goes as far as to tell you how and when to actually promote and publish the content you create. You see, the promotional blueprint is designed to help you spread your message in all media types for the full length of the actual time expected for that keyword that you're targeting to get ranked. Yes, all media types. Okay. The objective here is to drive qualified traffic to your website that converts and improves your business online presence and your bottom line. It's become easy to share things, and with the DWS Network Empire process, we have taken control of the entire process and made it simple for you guys to use. So with this is just a top level overview. In the next video, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take you through the system and just show you how simple and easy it is to use. Right, so we've logged into DWS, and at the moment we're looking at the home screen. So when you click on the home link over here, and what this does, it shows you your empires. The reason why we call it empire is because an empire can consist of multiple sites. Okay, so when we look at the det tab here, we can click on the actual icon and it opens up and you see a project, and it gives you a project ID, and each project represents one website or one promotion type. Okay, and within this we can see the process. So we've got the silo framework, the keyword DNA, the communication channel, the team management screen, the content for the site, the export manager, and then the promotion plan manager. And like I said before, you can actually hop across from any part of the process within a site when using the system. For any non-syndication based tasks or development tasks, underneath the communication control, we basically can assign tasks to people or put deadlines that we want to have followed, and the system will tell you how long it's been running for, and it'll also tell you how many days it's actually behind schedule. So if you want to close it off, you can simply click completed and you can update it. Else you can click on the little icon of the person and you can actually add to the thread, so you can write your comment. Now whoever this message has been assigned to, it'll basically email that person back, and you can actually see the comment thread expanding over here. So you can write a comment. If they write back, you can actually from your home screen open and close any communications pertaining to a particular project ID. Okay, so let's look into this whole system now and go through it. So from the top level overview, we click on the Silo framework, and what this does is it takes us to the Silo framework screen, and this is where we actually go about building the website frameworks out. Okay, so the way it works is we simply can just import our keywords, and we're constantly adding other keyword tools in here. So if you're using Kraken Voma, you can grab Kraken's export, point to it and click import or import it in. You can do the same for the last keyword tool, Market Samurai, and that will bring in all the keywords into the keyword grid over here. Next we got the business rules and filters, and this is the first place you'll come where you can actually configure the screen. And over here you can see you got all the settings, so you can say show me the top 30 keywords. You can set the average page rank. This is a new feature in DWS where the keyword decision screen basically adjusts the costings, the suggested backlinks, the supporting articles, all the requirements to get a keyword ranked based on the actual page rank that you're dealing with. So it's very, very powerful. We've got the golden niches identifier where we can specify any keyword under 1,000 pages or 10,000 pages that earns more than $500 per month. Please flag it up, and then so forth. We can come through and create a whole conversion process. So we're saying 25% of the clicks will come through from Google. When they hit our page, 1% will actually convert into something. If you're doing sales or you're doing back office leads, you simply just say, okay, what is the conversion rate when they get a lead and they phone the client up? What is the success rate? If every 5 out of 10 people convert, we can actually just put in 50%, and that will complete the conversion funnel. Okay, so if you wanted this to be left alone or ignored, just fill in 100%. And when we update this, what it's going to do is it's going to go off and readjust all the keywords in the keyword decision grid as well, and it will also update our scorecards for our blueprint silo structure. So as we're looking at this grid, we've got the top 30 keywords. Okay, so we've got 700 keywords in our grid, and it's showing us the top 30 keywords, and we can see we can actually drill into the keyword and see how this qualifies. There's a scorecard that tells you the quality of the keyword that we're actually looking at, which is quite interesting. And then when we come back, we can actually, if we look at a keyword and the competing pages doesn't seem right, we can click on this little icon over here, and this will allow us to actually update the traffic as well as the competing pages. So sometimes keyword tools do spit out numbers that are incorrect, and that's one way to quickly adjust it. If we want to add a keyword, we can't find it, we can simply add it in over here by putting on all the metadata for the keyword, and we can add one keyword at a time. And then another feature we've added here is the Silo Framework Blueprint, and this gives you a spreadsheet outlook on the whole keyword, and you can actually see how the silos, the categories and supporting articles are mapped out with the actual keywords that are supporting them. So rapidly you can see how you've built out your whole blueprint just from a single view. Now the way the system works is to move a keyword in. Okay, we can filter by any type of keywords. So say now we're just looking for silo keywords because we want to expand on the silo structure. We can simply select silo, press the filter submit button, and this will go and filter the keywords, and all we're left with is the actual supporting keywords. You can see them, there's all the silos with the S's. We've got an indicator here that shows us moderate buyer's intent. It's an informational educational keyword, and yes, there's buyer's intent associated with this keyword. So free credit score, this keyword here has got $28 per click. And when we look at this grid, we can actually see that none of these keywords are going to make us money in the first month, and a lot of them are outside of our budget. They cost more than what we can actually spend. These indicators help you if you're working with budgets, and if you want to see your budget, you can actually come down to the business rules and filters, and you can actually see what your budget is every year. So let's just say our budget is 10,000. Let's say the client says he wants to spend 50k to get this project running for debt. We can update the filter, and automatically that will readjust keyword decision grid. So there we can see this keyword that's worth 250k becomes profitable for us because now we can afford to promote it. Another thing it shows you is when you're building out your blueprint, this grid here tells you how many keywords you're targeting, and it also tells you roughly what this blueprint can generate when you rank in positions 1, 2, or 3 for every single keyword in the blueprint. Further down, we get a traffic analysis, which tells us how much traffic actually is going to come, how many conversions, what's the average search volume, and then what's the PPC cost if we had to go pay the top price for each keyword within our blueprint, and how much money we'll spend annually. So we'll spend $2,649 annually on this plan if we were buying all the PPC traffic. So that quickly helps you justify your costings in relation to buying the traffic from Google. So the way this works is if we want to move keywords into the silo level, we simply click on the theme keyword credit repair, and we can very quickly move keywords we're interested in now. So you can see over here at the top of the screen, there we've got credit repair. So we know what keyword we're working on, and whatever's showing there, whatever we select will become a sibling of that keyword. So if I want to put in some silos here, all I need to do is simply click and check on the keywords that I'm interested in for that example there, and then I click on move to blueprint. If I want to assign synonyms to the actual keyword, I simply clicked as add primary terms or add primary supporting keywords. And when we do that, if we move things to the blueprint where we've checked a bunch of keywords and we press move to blueprint, these keywords will be removed from the grid and they'll actually come and sit down here in the tree structure. And this way you can see, you can essentially do a filter and you can grab 5 keywords and you can move them to anywhere within the structure. It's very simple, very quick and easy to use. And this keyword decision grid helps your clients really understand what they have to invest to get ranked for keywords. So the next step of the process is the DNA braid. And to cut this video short, the DNA braid essentially is the part where we can actually add our supporting keywords to the keywords we want to get ranked for. And this is where we can add them all in. Okay. And what happens is, same story, you simply click on the keyword within your silo framework and it will show you what are the contextual keywords you should use when you're writing your article, what are your custom synonyms you've added already, and what is your default supporting keywords, and what are your customized supporting keywords. The customized parts of the system is things that you add yourself. So if you don't have a keyword in the keyword grid, you can simply come in here and just type in your keyword, 1 keyword per line, and add them. So you can really work rapidly and add things around. The next step of the process is the team manager screen. So once we've built out our silo framework and we've built out a DNA braid, i.e. we've added all the supporting keywords we want to support credit rating, and we've filled up the whole grid so it looks complete, we can then come to the team and we can start looking at who have we got available to actually do work. And here you can see Sarah, she's got the red clock and she's minus 186% overworked. She's maxed out. The chart also represents that she's got 43 hours worth of work and she's only available 15 hours a month. So this could mean 2 things. One, she's not completing the work and she's behind on all her work. So this is a really good indicator of keeping track of your guys. If you're outsourcing to teams in the Philippines or in other countries, if they are not delivering on the deadlines that you set for their work, you'll very quickly pick up on them getting behind, because the bar should be like that, green with the amount of hours and the lower set value of work. Now with myself, you can see I've got hardly any work assigned to myself and I've still got 92% availability. I've got plenty of hours left, so a lot of work can be assigned to myself to keep me at almost max capacity. And that's how you want to keep your team running. You want to keep them busy all the time, okay? And that's how you get your bang for your buck. Another thing we've added in here is our sourcing staff directory. This is simply for micro tasks. You can go and find anyone on Fiverr or other places who specialize in doing a specific task. So if you don't want to increase your team, but you need a specific thing done, this directory takes you all the way through all these little micro tasks, and you can find someone to do it for you very quickly. So next we come to the site content, and this is where we order our content. We simply fill in this form, and then we check off what we want to get built out. And this mirrors our silo framework, and we can actually map out a silo at a time. So here we've got a silo structure with supporting categories, and we can actually get that node built out. And all we have to do is fill in the order form up here, say we're going to assign the work to, define the levels of quality. We go through this in a lot more detail in our training videos. And when you click on the order submit button, those nodes that we selected, they'll be processed, and this is where you can fill in a custom email to our person who's doing the work. And we've created a template that actually is good for outsourcing. It covers all the key points like what's expected, what's acceptable, what's not allowed, and any further information. Or you can either use this, or simply you can come to the source code, highlight it or delete it, and then embed your video code in over here, and you can actually send it to a YouTube video if you wanted to. That's not public. So when we click send instruction, this is going to email myself because I've assigned the work to myself, but it's going to actually send me a task instruction. But when we come down, we can actually see that the content's been ordered and is ready to be edited. On the left hand side, we have the tree structure here, and as we open this node up, we can see one article is written. There's two that are ready to be ordered, written over there, and the ones with the little red dot are the ones that need to be written, so they've not been ordered yet. Now with DWS, what you can do is you can actually map out a solid blueprint and use the blueprint and sell the blueprint as is, and the client can fill in the content on the website. If the client just wants you to map out the silo structure and they want to build the site themselves, all you got to do there is simply come along here, map it all out, skip the content part, and hop straight to the website blueprint. And when you click on that link, it opens up the website publisher. All you do is you simply click on that, highlight everything, and click publish. As soon as you do that, it's going to pre-populate the silo WordPress silo builder XML file, and you export that out, and with our silo plugin you can go and basically build out the whole website in literally seconds, and it'll take whatever you've designed here and it will map it all out in WordPress for the client. So a task that used to take 2 days or a few bunch of hours, you can actually have it done in a few minutes. So this is how it all works. If you're not familiar with XML, basically if I click on this link here and I say open in Firefox, usually you'll save it to your desktop, but what's going to happen over here is it'll open it up and it'll create this silo node which keeps all the information that we need for the silo builder, and that silo builder will go and actually build out your whole silo structured website with a silo framework. At the moment, our silo plugin is the only one on the market that actually does it properly. We've reviewed many, but none had actually met our standards, so we went and created our own one. It's a really powerful plugin, and it works really well. Like I says, we cover that in more detail in the Mintook Empire's training area. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to hop across to the promotional plan. So just to recover on what we've done, we've come along here to the silo framework and we've mapped out our website blueprint. We then created the DNA braid. We added the supporting keywords and the synonyms for our blueprint. So this is us adding the meat to the bones type of scenario. We then looked at our team, reviewed our team to see who's available for work. We then came to the site content. We ordered our content and assigned it to team members to write. And then we've come and we've actually, we're assuming the team's written the content. We can actually see it when it's done by the green tick. And if we're ready to publish, we actually go and publish all the nodes we want to put through onto the website. Now, once everything's published, we click on the promotional plan, And the first thing we do is we configure DWS and tell all of our production costs. We put in our company details. We say we want to promote things, and then we come to the promotional plan blueprint. And this is a modeling system where we can essentially, on everything that's been published over here, we will see it over here. So we've published 2 silos that we want to build out, and we started creating a promotional plan by including and excluding. Simply by checking the block and saying include, what the system does, it actually plans out your whole promotional blueprint in seconds, and it will map out what you need to do and how much work you're going to have. And it gives you a plan month by month, week by week, of how much tasks you actually need to get done, and what the cost is for new content, what the cost is if you repurpose your content. We talk about repurposing in the members here in the training, and then what the savings are when you look at your plan. We then look at the signals by promotion type, and we can see where we're going to be promoting our properties week by week, month by month, for the entire lifespan. Now this view is only in a year in advance. Please note, if you're going for big keywords, some might take up to like 24 months. If you're going for big keywords like bad credit or something like that, it could take you 2 years, and your plan will just run on to completion. And over here we can see by keyword how the promotion velocity is going to continue. So you can see on most keywords it makes a wedge shape, because the harder keywords take longer to get ranked, and they take a lot more time. So that's why it's drawn out like that. And you can see by keyword, month by month, what we're going to do it and what due dates the promotions are. Now this is very powerful, because what we're doing is we actually syndicating your content across the web in different media formats. Number one. Number two, you can see by the up and down, we're giving a lot of activity signals, which gives a nice signal to the search engine that there's a lot of activity going on. And if we're writing PAM content, we will be engaging with the audience, which thus means they will come back to the website. Number two, we can actually define by filling in the date when we want a keyword to actually start. So we can say fixed bad credit, we will start at the end of the year, like the 25th or the 12th. And when we do that and we press include, it will start the promotion of fixed bad credit at that date and time. So this means you can actually work with your client on their budget, on what they can afford, and the client can say to you when and what and how they want to promote the content. Now another situation we have here is promotional account creation, and usually this is a pain for a lot of people, of keeping record of all their usernames and passwords for a specific account. We've made it simple in DWS. We've built up a big archive or a big directory of all the top promotion places. You can see it by page rank, what they are, and we've put them into groups and categories. Now, all you have to do is simply assign them to a person, set a date of when you want them done by, and give an estimated time. And usually we just say 1 hour for the job. If the guy's going to create a few, if it takes more, you set the time more. But you simply come along and you just check the properties you want built in the different places, and when you press submit, it's going to assign a task to the person it was assigned to. Because we're in the master control, we can see everything. But if we had work assigned to a person, I'll show you a team member's view shortly, you would see all the work assigned to them. Once they've done that, they can actually click on that and they can actually log all the usernames and passwords in DWS, and when the guys come to write the content, those usernames and passwords will be brought forward, so they can actually go and write the content and publish it in the right places. Okay, so from here we can actually go and order our promotional content, and we can specify by date what we want done and who's going to do what. So simply we'll grab the person's name and we'll say you're going to write X amount of articles, X amount of blogs, and I want you to do 2 press releases, and you can click assign a task. And what it'll do is it'll adjust the time they've got left, as well as put the work in their work area. And so they go through the process. When we come to promotional content tasks for the month, here we can see the grid, and throughout DWS and through the team members areas, the content writing screens are all the same. They always run through the same process. So here we can see, when I click on the icon there, it'll open up the edit icon, and we can see a few things here. By default, DWS will build out a trackable URL for you in anchor text format, or for you to test to make sure that it's actually live and working. And if you look there, you can see you got all these codes in there. These are UTM codes that we've got that are encoded with specific identifiers that are custom to DWS. And only when you bring the information back in from your analytics will it actually decode what promotion is actually creating sales into your business. In the PKKM model that's coming out soon, we'll be connecting to AdWords and we'll be fetching that information for you. But that's a new feature that we're currently working on. It's not available at this point in time with this current release. But typically what will happen here is we put in a few tips telling you what to do over here. If there's an article written, you'll actually see the headline, the synopsis, the article, and the metadata.